website. As you can see, I've made lots of different websites, but the way that you're going to find the site on how to make a website, we're going to use Google Sites. So that's, if you just type in Google Sites, it should be one of the first one that pops up, and you're going to click on that. It might have you sign into your Google account, which is fine. Do that. And then you're going to create a site. So the first thing that you're going to do is you should see this this little thing that says blank with this cross, and you're going to click on that. And congratulations, you've just made a website. The first thing that I do when I get on here is I will delete this header so that I can customize it the way I'd like. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to title your site. Title it your name. That's the best way I can, that's the best way I'll be able to find your website. So title it your name. It should pop up right here. If you would like to change the font, you can. You can also add a logo here. So if you're interested in adding a logo, I can add one of something that I've made. So maybe I want to take this little strawberry that I made and put it up there, and I've got this little logo of my website. The other thing you can do to customize it if you would like is you can add a favicon, and that's what pops up on the top next to your website. So it can be like a little image that you make. So I'm going to do the same thing where I add the little strawberry that I made, and so that will pop up here once my site has been published. So once it goes live so people can see it. So the most important things that you're going to want to know is this section right here on the side that says insert, this other section that says pages, themes. If you would like to go there, you can choose a theme, so it will change the fonts and style of your website. But you can do lots of customizing, so you can choose whichever one you want. I'm just going to choose simple for this one, and then I'm going to go back to pages. The other thing you're going to want to know is this little button that says publish, and I will talk about that later, but be aware that that is super important. The first thing I'm going to have you do is you're going to make some pages. I want the first one to be called work. So any of the work that you've made, you can put that there and then press done. So that's how you add a new page. And once you add that page, it will come up on the top of your website. It says work right there. And then you're going to add another one called artists. And research. Perfect. And then the last one you're going to do is you're going to call it sketchbook. So you should have these different sections. You should have sketchbook, artists, and research, and work. Your work will be where you post all of the finished artwork that you do. The other one, artists and research, you will add any of the artists that you find that you like. Maybe I talk about an artist in class and you want to put them on there. And I'll talk more about that later, but anytime I show you an artist, I would like you to add it to your artists and research page. In this class, you'll want to bring your Chromebook every single day because we use our websites a lot as this kind of digital sketchbook. And then sketchbook, the sketchbook that we make in class, you will take pictures or scan images of that and then put it on here so it's also digital, so that if people wanted to like flip through your sketchbook or see what you've been making, you can put it in there. So once you have your pages on the side, there's other things you can do. You don't have to do this, but if you would like to, there's ways to add sub-pages, which means, so underneath work, I could have specific types of work. So maybe you're taking multiple of my classes and you want to do maybe different pages for different classes you're taking. So maybe you're taking painting, so you can write paintings, and then underneath that you could also do drawings. And if you wanted to switch those around, you can always like click and drag them and move them other places, but I don't want this to be a subpage, so I'm going to put it back up here. And then the other thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to insert on the side, and this is how you're going to add stuff to your pages. So you can add text by clicking text box. You can change the font over here, so you can use whatever font you would like over there. You can also add the font size or edit the font size. You can edit the text color and all of that. So this first one, this is going to be work, so I'm going to add a text box and just title it work. And then I can make it bigger by pressing title if I wanted to. I can change the color. I can change the type of lettering. You can do whatever you'd like. You can even change the way that it's oriented. So whatever you'd like, you can put that there. You can change the fonts, and you can do it how you would like. So under work, I also have paintings and drawing, if you've noticed. So I could do paintings. Remember, you don't have to separate it this way. You can organize it whatever way you'd like, whatever way makes sense to you, and just make it user-friendly so it makes sense to you. So you can add text. The other thing you can do is you can add images. So there's a few built-in layouts for your images. You can use these if you want. Sometimes I do, where it's just built-in text. If there's something you don't want in it, you can always click it and then just delete it. You can also duplicate a section. So if you're like, oh, I really like that layout, you can duplicate it. So maybe you're like, oh, I don't want these images there, but I want a text box right there. And you can click and drag those things so they're in different locations, however you want to do it. You can change the colors for the background. So if I was like, oh, I want to put the strawberry in the back, you can actually do that too. So there's like this funny little strawberry. I don't want that, so I'm going to delete it. You can delete a whole section that way. Another thing you can do, so those are the templates, and to click to add pictures, you can click and drag from your email. You can do it from somewhere else. You can click and drag any image and put them in there. So you can add an image by pressing the plus, and then you can either do it from your Google Drive if you have your images on there. You can press upload, or if you already have some uploaded, you can do that. Or if you wanted to add maybe like a YouTube video to your artisan research, you could do that. And then there's just like a whole bunch of other options. Another way, you can also adjust the size of the image. So if you wanted to put one of your images on here, let me show you. So say I wanted to put my little picture of an egg that I made, and I wanted to make it way bigger, you can do that too. You can adjust the size. The other thing you can do is you can do an image carousel where you add multiple images. So say I wanted to add, no, not that, let's go here. Maybe I wanted to do multiple of these, and so I'm just gonna highlight them, open them, and then they will come up like this, and then you can scroll through them once you have published it. You can also make it so you can edit some things in here. So you can do like an auto start image carousel where it'll flip through your images. You can show the dots at the bottom to show which image they're on or not. Show captions if you want to add captions or whatever. So there's an image carousel. You can also add a YouTube video, a divider between different sections if you want. You can do a table of contents. You can add a Google Doc or a Google Sheet or anything like that. So you can also add images up here if you would like, where you can upload or select them, or you can click and drag them. So say I wanted to click and drag an image from here, I could click an image that I have on my desktop and move it onto here, and it will load onto this page. Another thing that you're going to want to know is one of the most important things. You're going to press publish at the top, and then that is the name. The thing that comes up as web address, that's the name of your site. So it will come up as sites.google.com/view/Fiona Barney. So it should just be your name. If your name is taken, you can change it to something else, but make it so it kind of makes sense. Anyone or people who can view your site, it can be anyone, or you can just add me to it, and yourself if you would like. I prefer it if you add anyone, so then other people can see it. And then if you wanted to do a custom domain, a domain means it's the name of your site. So if you wanted a custom one like FionaBarney.com, you can purchase one. A lot of the time they're only like $12 a year, which is pretty cheap for a domain. But the free one is just sites.google.com/view/whatever you want to name your site. And then you're going to press publish at the bottom. After that comes up, you can see view. And now your website is published. So you can see whatever, whatever your site looks like. Another way to see your site is you're going to go to the site of publish after you published it, and you can say view published site, and then this is the link to your website. Make sure that you bookmark the link to your website so you know what it is. It should just be this. So this is like the default. There's nothing on that page right now, but make sure that you know what the domain name is for your Google site, and I will have you turn that in class. The next thing that you're going to want to know after you've done that is anytime you change something on your website, you're going to want to press publish again so that it updates whatever your website looks like currently. So if you just work on this and you add more images and you forget to press publish, I won't be able to see what new things you've added. So make sure you always press publish at the end once you are done so that I can see. If you've noticed, this little favicon just loaded, so it shows my name, the name of your site next to this little image, which you can add. I will show you more things about the website later. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I would love to help you. But those are the basics of the site. Real quick, I'm going to just tell you what each of these pages are for again. Home, you can add something about yourself. You can have like a little menu of what you want your website to look like, or a little menu of like this of just like home and then work. If you want to link a page to another page, so say I wanted to make a menu on my home screen, I want to do it like this, and I'm going to call this one work. This one I'm going to call artists and research. And then I'm going to do sketchbook right there. And then I don't want the last one because I don't have anything else to put right there. Say I wanted to add an image of whatever that looks like, so it could be something that I've made. I'm just going to add some images on each of these so I'll show you how to link, I can show you how to link an image to another page on your site. Also, if you take an image from the internet somewhere else, so say I would like to take an image from, say we're going to look up Van Gogh, and I was like, I really want to take one of Van Gogh's art pieces, and I'm like, I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put Starry Night, the name of the painting. I'm going to click and drag it onto my site, and I'm going to put it here. Say you wanted to do that. I want to make sure that you write or have the link to where you found the image, just because you don't own that image because you didn't make it. So you can go to that site and see, okay, well, maybe I got it here, so you can copy that link, go back to your site, and then you're going to click on it. So if you're adding artists, you're going to click on it, and you're going to write or put that link right there. And so anytime someone clicks on it, it will take you to the link of where you got that image. Another thing you can do is to add the link is maybe I wanted to put a link on here, so artists and research. So when you click on that, it takes you to this page over here. You can do insert link, and then you're going to write artists and research, and it should pop up right there under this site. Apply, and then when you click on it, it's going to take you to that page, my artists and research page. So homepage, you can do something like a menu. If you would like, you can do a thing about yourself. Maybe you have a picture of yourself with an about page. The next thing you're going to do is work. So any of the work that you make, you're going to put on here. I'll help you take professional images of your work, and then you can put them on here so that it looks nice. I'll show you real quick how to do this again. If you go to upload, and then say I want to take one of the pieces that I made, put it on there, and then you can click and drag it. You can put it wherever you'd like. You can add a title. Maybe you wanted to add a description of like how you made something, like the title of the piece. Maybe it's like, let's say purple. And then you can write about whatever that thing is that you want to write about, the process maybe of the thing that you made. Maybe it's the title of the assignment that you have in class, just so you remember what it is. And then you can change things around so they look a specific way. however you'd like, whatever you think looks good. And then the next page, you're going to have artists and research. You're going to look for artists. So this would be a good time to take an artist like Vincent van Gogh, one of the most well-known artists, right, and put them on there. And then you can add a text box and say Vincent van Gogh. And then you're going to want to link the place that you found that image. If you find an artist who is like alive today and has their own website, link their website. I think that could be really, really cool to have their website linked to your page. So I'm just gonna click on this insert link button. I'm going to paste that there, so when people click on it, they can go to the page where you found the image. I like adding headers to my websites so that I have, or under each of my pages, so that I remember which one it is if I'm on there. So you can do that as well. I would recommend making it as user-friendly as possible. And then you can add however many artists. You can do commentary if you'd like. Any research, so maybe if you wanted to learn how to do a certain type of watercolor and you find videos on that watercolor. So if I go here and I'm like, oh, I really want to look how to, or how about I want to learn how to draw hands. And then I find a video that I like of how to draw a hand, and you're like, oh, perfect, this tutorial I want to use. You can copy the link at the top. You can go over to your website. You can just press Command V or Control V, and then insert that video on how to draw hands. So you can do a section of like, how to draw hands, and then have that little section of your research. So I want you to treat this as a sketchbook like thing where you're just having different sections and you're kind of exploring. So you have this resource, so you can find your videos, you can find your art, and have it all in this like spot. And then you can also have your sketchbook. So like I said, you're going to take photos or scans of your sketchbook and put them on here in this area. So your website should look something like that. I will show you my personal website for my own art. I've made it into, so this is my main menu. If you go here, you can click on different things. So about me, you can have an about me page where I write about myself, some things I like. You can go to my teaching website down here, or you can use the class website, which I will talk about later, but I've got a whole bunch of stuff on there. And then I have projects and then work. So under work, I've got different materials that I use. So I've got my watercolor here where you can click that. And you can look through my work, and then if they want to go back. And then there's different types of things that I have, like printmaking. So my printmaking stuff is over here. And then I constantly am trying to update this so that I have work on here. I also have projects, so any sort of project or art show that I've done, I put on there. You can go to my About page again, or just, this is kind of the basic layout of my personal website for my work. So you can have a website kind of like that, and you can personalize it and make it however you would like. So now that you know how to make a website, if you have any questions for me, please let me know, but that's the basics of your website. Thanks for watching, and I hope it's not too hard to make.